E to the C, E to the KT.
Our original story on Jim O'Connor exploded on social media, and we now know why.
Somebody had told me that that video had about over 2 million hits. Well, that's very deceiving because I've watched it over 1 million times myself.
Obviously not true. But we do know one person who saw it, Archbishop of Los Angeles, Jose Gomez, who last weekend awarded Jim with the Cardinals Award, one of the church's highest honors. They showed our story at the ceremony. At St. Francis High School in La Cañada, California, there's something to be said about math teacher Jim O'Connor.
Substitute back for Y.
The question is, what is that something?
Or round it.
When you think of him, does the word love come to mind?
Obviously not.
He's very,
For whatever reason, none of these kids would tell me what they really think of him.
oh, what's the word?
Yeah, none of the boys have come in here and said, oh God, we have hated him, at times. Nobody said that. I wonder why.
He's going to be seeing this, right?
Oh, yeah, that's why.
Truth is, Mr. O'Connor can be a bit of a drudge.
You don't know what you're doing.
But the 71-year-old Vietnam vet says he's not here to entertain his students.
It drives me crazy when people say school should be fun. I mean, it's nice if it could be, but you can't make school fun. E to the KT times E to the C.
And for years,
Okay?
the kids thought that's all there was to him. Until a student named Pat McGoldrick learned they didn't know the half of him.
Pat was in charge of a student blood drive and had just come here to Children's Hospital Los Angeles for a meeting. He says it was weird. Whenever he told someone he went to St. Francis High School, they all said, oh, you must know Jim O'Connor. Isn't he wonderful? Wonderful?
What? Like, it was disbelief, really. It's almost like kind of finding this alter ego that he has.
Inside the blood donor center, Pat found a plaque listing all the top blood donors at the hospital, including the record holder, Jim O'Connor. Then he learned something even more unbelievable, that whenever Mr. O'Connor isn't torturing kids with calculus, he's on a whole nother tangent, cuddling sick babies.
Come on, you can talk to me.
3 days a week for the past 22 years, Jim has volunteered here.
What?
Stepping in when parents can't to hold, feed, and comfort their children.
Solo.
Nurse Erin Schmidt says he's invaluable.
They tend to calm for him. They tend to relax with him. They fall asleep with him.
I just like them and relate to them somehow. Is that a smile?
Jim's never been married. He has no kids of his own.
Yeah.
But he has fallen hard for these babies.
I don't want to see them alone. You can't do that.
You're not a tough guy at all.
I know, but don't tell my students. If you do the calculation.
Sometimes you think you know someone, but you don't have the slightest. Sometimes you think you're learning calculus, but the real lesson is life.
I've always respected him, but now it's in even a different degree. Really, is to the point where I try to emulate him. He's the epitome of a man of service.
What you doing? And now, duly recognized for it.